At 92 years old, Willie Nelson, the red-headed stranger and country outlaw whose music has spanned generations, stunned fans with an emotional confession about his longtime friend and fellow highwayman, Kris Kristofferson, admitting a truth that he had kept close to his heart for decades. Nelson, who has lived through endless tours, broken marriages, battles with the IRS, brushes with the law, and the loss of countless friends in the music world, has always been a man of few but powerful words. And when he finally spoke openly about Kristofferson, it was clear just how much respect, love, and gratitude he carried for the man who had stood beside him through the highs and lows of a legendary career. Their friendship began in the late 1960s and early 1970s, when both were still trying to carve their own paths in Nashville, Kris already earning recognition as one of the finest songwriters of his time, with songs like Me and Bobby McGee and Sunday Morning Coming Down, while Willie was still struggling against the Nashville system that didn't understand his unique style. When the two men finally joined forces as part of the Highwaymen alongside Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings in the 1980s, their bond became unshakable, the four outlaws creating not only some of the greatest country supergroup records of all time, but also a brotherhood that transcended the stage, built on trust, loyalty, and survival. But what Willie admitted at 92 shocked many. He revealed that Kris Kristofferson was not just a friend or bandmate, but the one man who truly understood him, the one he trusted with his deepest fears, doubts, and insecurities, confessing that Kristofferson's quiet strength, poetic soul, and unwavering loyalty had held him up during moments when fame and fortune nearly destroyed him. Willie spoke candidly about how Kris, unlike anyone else in the industry, never judged him for his mistakes, never envied his success, but simply offered the kind of friendship that was pure, steady, and rare, the kind of bond that could only be forged in the fires of life on the road. He admitted that Kris had been like a brother to him, a mirror that reminded him of who he was when the temptations of fame threatened to make him forget, and that without Kristofferson's support, his journey might have taken a much darker turn. Nelson also reflected on Kris's own struggles in recent years, particularly his health battles and gradual step back from performing, admitting that it broke his heart to see his once vibrant, commanding friend slowed down, but that it only deepened his appreciation for the decades they had shared, the songs they had sung, and the memories they had created together. Willie's truth about Kris Kristofferson was not a scandal or a revelation of conflict, but rather something even more powerful, an acknowledgement that in a business built on egos, betrayals, and fleeting fame, true friendship is the rarest treasure of all, and that Kris had given him the gift of loyalty and brotherhood that money and fame could never buy. At 92, when every word carries the weight of a lifetime, Willie Nelson's confession about Kris Kristofferson was a reminder not only of the bond between two country music legends, but also of the universal truth that what endures at the end of the road is not the applause, not the records, not the fortune, but the people who stood by you when the spotlight faded. And for Willie, Kris Kristofferson will always be that man, the brother he never had, the friend he could never replace, and the soul who could do for him what no one else ever could.